above that left knee. As the rounds progress, we will see more action. A slow start in the first stanza, a filling up process. We are set for 5. There is a lot of pacing to a Muay Thai contest because 15 minutes under full Thai rules, knees, elbows, all 8 weapons of Muay Thai allowed. You can't blow your wad too early, Hammer.
Certainly, you got to just pace it out, and also you'll find some fighters just mimic the tempo of their opponent, if that makes sense. So if they've got an opponent that's happy to sit on the back foot and prop that lead, bounce off the lead and just throw out technique sort of half-hearted, you generally, if I'm in the opposing corner, will step it up and try and break their rhythm rather than mirror it. There's 2 things that can happen there. You can gas out or you can have a breakthrough. It's all the strategy that you see employed in centering.
High left round kick, looking for that upper right rib cage is St. Quintin. Both men tie up for the clinch here. He'll get the knees off. It's Irwin with the first knee. And the referee breaks both men. A very active second round here. The legs have been instrumental for both men. The tan on Irwin makes it a little harder to see any reddening on his thighs. The more alabaster complexion of St. Quintin makes it very easy to see. Front kick from Irwin. Outside leg kick, known in Muay Thai as a Thai pub knock to the outside thigh.
You've been in a Thai restaurant, haven't you, Michael?
I have.
Starting to rip out all this Thai talk.
Jab 2 from St. Quintin, tries for the hook. There's an outside thigh kick, was just upended. Nice timing there from Ray Irwin. Irwin glances towards his corner. Soren Monkonton, I won't say barks instruction. Soren's never been one to bark, Hammer. The calm, methodic instruction from Soren Monkonton.
Of course, Soren taking up the position of training a lot of the fighters for the events now that Nugget's basing himself predominantly in Europe.
Does he travel with the aluminium cup? The Nugget aluminium cup?
I think the aluminium cup stays home with the fighters who need it.
It is so revered they call it a chalice.
There's a clubbing right hand. The clubbing right hand from Bo St. Quintin really caught Ray there.
2 rounds down, 3 remaining. Darren Riddler-Reese in the corner of St. Quintin. There's Soren Monkonton with Irwin.
Irwin getting the takedown. Big right hand, but got caught with a counter shot from St. Quintin. You see him set, bang, there's that big right hand, just caught him sweetly.
Third round of 5. A hard one to score so far. Big outside thigh kicks from St. Quintin. Just pivots beautifully on that lead foot, turns in the hips and cracks through.
Because he's got good explosive power, St. Quintin.
Left hook, right hand, 3-2 combination, and again from St. Quintin. Oh, and he gets stung. Short right hand there from Irwin. No knockdown, says the referee. Only a slip.
I think it could have been the inside thigh over the short right hand or under the short right hand that sent him down. See, Irwin sets his right hand with the inside thigh, which is beautiful technique, especially when he's coming forward, St. Quintin. That's exactly what you want to be aiming for. When your opponent's got their full weight on their lead leg, smash away at that inside thigh, take their balance.
Irwin coming on strongly, lands a flush right hand, smack bang to the kisser, and St. Quintin to a quick count of his teeth. Good round so far for Ray Irwin from Nuggets Gym in Queensland.
Well, both fighters now just a little bit more haste and a little bit more quickness in their striking. Bit of coffee perhaps in between rounds in those cups.
Right hand lead from St. Quintin. Inside thigh kick, look at that femoral profunda is Ray Irwin.
Again, nice jamming push kick as well. When St. Quintin comes forward, they've both got good use of the jamming front kick.
Hasn't been much clinching in this. It's been more of a kickboxing contest and no one able to get away with the knees in that exchange. Irwin on the front foot here. Looping overhand right, high left round, neither connected to the target for St. Quintin. Since he got stung with that right hand earlier on in the round, he just hasn't been himself here, Bo St. Quintin. And look how relaxed Irwin is. He's connecting with more shots, making St. Quintin miss. Left hook, right hand, outside thigh kick. Good combination again from Ray Irwin. Straight right down the tube from Irwin. And St. Quintin is not being first to the punch as he was for much of the first 2 rounds, Hammer.
I was just thinking that myself, Michael. He's slowed up. He's just slowed up that little bit. He was really fast to pull the trigger in the first and second round, especially the second round. This one here slowed up a little bit. Starting to smash away at that lead thigh again, both St. Quintin.
A little slow on the turnaround there, and Irwin just couldn't capitalise. Jab right hand from Ray Irwin. Outside leg kick from St. Quintin and a sloppy left hook.
It's a better round now from Irwin.
Certainly Ray Irwin's best round thus far. Right hand connects again, just glancingly. They clinch up dead centre of the ring. Knee from Irwin to the lower left rib cage, looking for a dump, but he all just shook him off there to St. Quintin and retaliates nicely, forcing Irwin back as we go to the towels.
Well, certainly a good round for Ray Irwin, the Queenslander. Previous to that was Bo St. Quintin. He did well in rounds 1 and 2. 1 could have been even, 2 definitely St. Quintin. So we've pretty much got an even fight on our hands.
Fourth round of 5. St. Quintin goes low, Irwin goes high, then an overhand right. And again, Irwin just looking to back up Bo St. Quintin. Almost a name too poetic for a Muay Thai fighter, Hammer. Bo St. Quintin. Sounds like he should be a French poet. Tell you what though, hell of a lot of power, a lot of sting. Just needs to get his distancing, his timing back here in the penultimate round.
Geez, he really drills in that right hand, Bo, when he gets his range right. He's got a lot of power.
Irwin with the overhand right, going for the headache maker. Step across inside thigh kick from Ray Irwin. Light on the lead leg is Irwin. Referee says to both men, let's get a move on with it. Jab to Irwin. Transitions nicely into the grapple. St. Quintin throws him against the ropes and they break off. Step across outside thigh kick to the lead leg from St. Quintin. Let's see if St. Quintin can get his hands back now. Cracks away again to that lead thigh. First 2 rounds, he was connecting nicely with that outside thigh kick. Not so much in the third. He's picked up the pace again with it here in the 4th.
Yeah, he's going to start to drill that lead thigh. I think he's identified that as a good target for him to attack, Bo St. Quintin. He's going to start to roll out that rear leg kick, I'd say. He's working the inside thigh nicely, as is Ray Irwin. Ray Irwin, the inside thigh with the right hand straight on the end. Has been a good combination for him to put together. Perhaps rolling the left hook and then slipping into the grapple could be a strategy.
Left hook just whistled past the jawline of Irwin. Now it's St. Quintin who grapples with him. Short knee from Irwin, all tied up in the neutral quarter. Irwin gets off another knee. St. Quintin, one of his own off the right. And the referee says the action had better keep flowing or I'm going to recommence it.
Well, Elias, the centre referee, a good man to have on the job. He's one of the premier Muay Thai centre referees in the country.
Clipping right hand from Irwin. Final stages, this 4th of 5. Much better round here for Bo St. Quintin.
Again, going for that low leg kick. Ray Irwin had a bit of luck with that overhand right. Like to maybe see him step back. Look at that beautiful uppercut off the lead and then rolling to the overhand right if he could have got that one away.
Hands a little low here for St. Quintin. Maybe some fatigue starting to set in for the Western Australian. Skips up on that lead thigh, does Irwin. Left hook right hand from St. Quintin. Big step across, crunching outside thigh kick. And despite the tan on Ray Irwin, now you can see the reddening on that left thigh. How much of a toll is that going to take, Hammer, in the 5th and final?
Well, that's got to be what he's got to keep doing, just smashing away at that thigh. That's going to back Irwin up a little and just make him hesitate on coming forward. Of course, all fights tonight sanctioned by the WMC, the World Muay Thai Council, the premium Muay Thai sanctioning body all around the world.
5th and final round. Bo St. Quintin will look to go back to that lead thigh of Ray Irwin. That one was to the body, and there's reddening around that right side of the body, that liver area. And there you see him connecting just above the left knee, the common peroneal nerve, the CPN as it's known, just outside the knee. You put about 4 fingers above the knee, that's where you're hitting it. Ernesto Hoost used to be the master of hitting that spot in K1. Had him so much success over and over again, causes temporary motor loss in the left leg, a real deadening kick. And it's what St. Quentin has been doing to Ray Irwin, just above the lead knee. Left hook right hand from St. Quentin. He's got a lot more spark about him here in the final round, Hammer.
Yeah, and I think we've got to come down and look at how the judges is going to score this. Of course, both fighters have had a good work rate with their boxing, but I think Bo St. Quentin has had more accurate landing kicks. And if it comes down to it, the kicks is going to be what differentiates the scoring here, with Bo just landing more kicks, especially to that lead thigh. He's thrown some good body kicks off his lead as well, like that. And Ray's probably just focused a little too much on the hand striking and not enough on the kicking.
Both men are pushing through the fatigue barrier now.
Just remember, folks, the kicks always score higher than punches, and of course knees and elbows as well will always score higher than punches. So dominance in the clinch, knees, elbows and kicks, all priority over striking with the hands only.
The basic combination work here of St. Quentin using the jab outside thigh kick. Again, jab outside thigh kick from St. Quentin, counters with a left hook. Final seconds of the final round. Bo St. Quentin, who was looking slow in the third, picked it up in the fourth and is rallying home here in the fifth and final. Referee moves in, bell sounds. St. Quentin seemed to have his second wind in the final 20 seconds, and it may just tip him over on the judges' scorecards, Hammer.
Well, he brought it home strongly, and it looks like Ilias was about to put a count there, almost, just before the bell went. But Ray Irwin just got caught with some solid shots. How tough is this Queenslander? Wore him well and countered straight back. What a war, what a battle.
Look at this, Ray Irwin taking more shots than an alcoholic in the final 20 seconds of the fight. And it's Bo St. Quentin whose arm is raised in victory. A fantastic fight over the distance. What a war here at Warrior FC. Waldner from SRG makes her way to the ring. This contest scheduled at 57.15 kilograms, 3x3 modified Thai rules. Under the bottom rope she goes, Waldner, which is how women in Muay Thai enter the ring. Hammer, the guys always go over the top rope, the women under.
That's a Thai tradition for me. Go over. Everyone go over the ropes. It's very simple.
And Vanessa Taylor getting her groove on from Anthony Manning's Phoenix Muay Thai gym. She will elect to go over the ropes.
Good on you.
Mary Waldner, SRG, Vanessa Taylor from Phoenix Muay Thai, set for 3 rounds and the modified Thai rules.
Louis Regis, of course, in the corner of Mary Waldner. Regis himself having a bit of success lately on the Knees of Fury promotion. Some big things touted for Regis coming up. Class act he is.
There is no filling up process between these two ladies. Getting to work with the hands and the legs early on. Waldner in the red, Taylor in the black. Step across outside thigh kick from Mary Waldner. Jab 2 from Waldner. Good leg work here from Waldner. Going to the body, then to the legs. Just looks a little more powerful, a little bigger here than Vanessa Taylor.
She does indeed, and certainly started at a good pace. Of course, 3 rounders, you've always got to start fairly quickly.
Taylor catch and sweep couldn't affect it. They transition into a grapple and Taylor gets off a corking knee. Referee moves in and calls break.
Another one of the Phoenix clan up. And of course, Phoenix, one of the major sponsors of Warrior FC.
Counter right hand from Waldner, trying to back up Vanessa Taylor. Inside leg kick from Waldner. Waldner trying to maintain centering, done so with a nice right hand, stiff jab from Waldner. Step across, round kick to the liver section.
Well, Taylor needs to really tighten up her guard because she's getting pinged in the head constantly because her arms are just dropping and a little bit loose. She needs to tuck the elbows in and just tighten up on it.
It's a good call, Hammer. Lift up those hands, tuck the chin, look through the brow for Vanessa Taylor. Because at the moment, she is ripe for the picking upstairs from these hands of Mary Waldner.
It's more the fact that she's got her elbows out. That's really, I suppose, a mistake that some fighters make when their elbows get up, point, I suppose, away from the ground. You've got to have the bottoms of your elbows, or the elbows pointing towards the ground. Keeps your guard locked in nice and tight. Your muscles in your back are all employed in locking your guard up nice and high. If your elbows are out, it's all shoulder and a little bit loose.
Some nice straight line punching to end the round for Mary Waldner. We'll have her ahead 10-9 after the first. Let's look at some of the action.
And it really is Waldner who dictated the pace in the first round. She started aggressively, brought the big shots home, and should get the judges' nod in the first.
Waldner, who is undefeated in her 4-fight career so far, and you're seeing the skill set that has maintained that unblemished record. Particularly good hands on a nice straight line punching. But already Vanessa Taylor coming off the more springing a step here in the second. Outside thigh kick, right hand from Taylor.
Well, it's amazing what a break and what a break difference can make. And certainly after getting clued up by the corner, Anthony Manning and the Phoenix Muay Thai crew, she's come back with renewed vigour and renewed strategy, Vanessa Taylor.
Just got to get on the inside of that jab of Waldner. She does so with a nice jab of her own, and again here from Taylor. 2 jabs in a row will score for her. No knees affected there by Waldner. There's a stiff left hand from Waldner. And you see Taylor controlling centering, trying to force Mary Waldner back. Oh, and she forces her back 2 paces with that one. But Taylor not capitalising. And Waldner is blinking heavily. Vanessa Taylor may rue the missed opportunity here to capitalise on a momentarily stunned Mary Waldner.
Well, she's certainly pushing the pace now, Vanessa Taylor. Vanessa now just working off her jab so much better. She's measuring the distance, which is enabling her to then roll that right through. She's got to keep the kicking up, though. Obviously, in the previous fight, we saw the importance of keeping the leg work happening. She needs to keep chopping away at the legs. Let's not turn it into a boxing affair. Work the leg kicks as well. It'll score nicely for you.
Look at Vanessa Taylor here in the second round, picking her shots nicely. Still the chin propped in the air, and Waldner catches her with the right hand. But it's Taylor who is landing more. Taylor who is effectively scoring more here in the second stanza. And again she comes forward, clips her with the left hand, and twice in a row, eats the left from Waldner. Both women landing the leather there in the second, but I'll tilt slightly in favour of Vanessa Taylor for mine, Hammer, an even fight after 2.
Yeah, certainly I think it's a round apiece for the 2 girls. First round, Mary Waldner. Second round, Vanessa Taylor. They both exchanged some good shots upstairs. There's the nice right hand from Waldner. Nice jab. Long reach and affected well.
Third and final round.
A big thank you to Monster Nutrition, Leisure Pools, ACT, Deeks Bakery for their kind support of Warrior FC.
And again, Vanessa Taylor bouncing around the balls of her feet, showing that spring in her step and trying to control centering. Locks up here with Waldner, shrugs her off, tries to land the right hand. Good step across outside thigh kick from Taylor. Still that chin propped up in the air, and she gets landed. Another left hand from Waldner to the kisser. There's one more. Vanessa Taylor needs to tuck that chin. She's getting tagged at will here from Waldner's right hand. They clinch up. Wrenches the neck, does Taylor. Non-stop action here. Oh, it may not be the tightest technique, but my word, it is entertaining. Body shot, belly button through the back from Waldner. Outside thigh kick, and Taylor comes over the top.
Well, I'll tell you what, credit to both these ladies for really throwing down in this one. A lot of toughness. And they've worked hard from the outset.
Taylor backing Waldner towards that corner. Back touching the ropes momentarily. Jabs away at this
jumping
Waldner.
knee.
The crowd loving Vanessa Taylor as she gets airborne and tags it with the right hand. Look at the right hand here of Vanessa Taylor going in and out like a fiddler's elbow time and time again. And she backs up Waldner. Waldner breathing heavily now, the mouth wide agape. Final seconds of the final round.
Well, it's a round apiece. It's all down to this third and final round.
Is Vanessa Taylor bringing it home for the Phoenix Muay Thai gym? She backs Waldner against the ropes again. Takes a deep breath. Waldner now trying to come forward. Right hand from Taylor. No starch behind it, but still it lands. And there it is. What an ovation here at the AIS Arena in Canberra. Two true athletes, two sportswomen hug each other afterwards. They let it all hang out in the ring.
Well, such a close affair. I tell you what, it's really going to be dependent on where the judges are sitting and what they've seen and how they've seen this one. Absolutely nothing in it. Such a close fight. Big shots exchanged from both ladies.
In the black corner,
Vanessa Taylor has done it. The Phoenix Muay Thai gym by unanimous decision.
Fuel TV brings you another massive UFC event live. Former WEC lightweight champion Anthony Showtime Pettis takes on the precision striker Donald Cowboy Cerrone. Then it's the return of MMA legend Quinton Rampage Jackson taking on the breakout star Glover Teixeira. Fist will fly at super speed. Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson defends his flyweight title against the speed machine John Dodson. UFC Johnson v Dodson, live on Fuel TV.
This weekend, race into Repco. It's our Australia Day sale, and we're celebrating with a massive 20% off store-wide. That's 20% off oil, tools, car care, spare parts, seat covers, and heaps more. That's 20% off this weekend only at Repco.
Ever have a really cool dream? I'm having one right now. I don't want to be disturbed. And I won't. Because before I went to sleep, I said this. Now my iPhone knows not to ring, unless it's important. Because disturbing this would just be wrong.
Throughout history, men have stepped up.
We should put that in that.
Now it's over to you, gentlemen. Burn up.
I'm afraid of terrorists who want what we have.
Just one of those terrorists, one of our own.
Express from the US within 33 hours.
Sneak back in and put a bullet in his head.
You have to talk to them. They're panicking.
We're at war. Should have seen that.
We should be out of here by now. We lived on the road all winter.
Back when you had 2 legs and we didn't have a baby crying for walkers every 4 hours.
Walking Dead Season 3 returns Tuesday, February 12, exclusively FX.
Plenty of action so far here at Warrior FC from the AIS Arena in Canberra. An international contest coming up next as Navsak from Bangkok, Thailand makes his way to the ring to take on Brian Hussey from Phoenix Muay Thai. Crowd support behind Brian Hussey here tonight. We will be under full tie rules, knees, elbows, all the good stuff as Hussey goes over the top rope.
Well, Hussey, a tough competitor, formerly from South Australia. Obviously now based in Phoenix in the ACT.
Hussey has a good record, 18 wins in 22 outings. The man from Bangkok, 60 wins in 80 fights. They touch gloves and we are ready to rock and roll. Nutsack takes on Brian Hussey. Nutsack in the red. And he comes off jabbing early from a southpaw stance. Overhand elbow. No filling up process here whatsoever for the tie, which is unusual, Hammer. Usually they start the slowest of all.
Well, he's going to pick up the pace. And he's probably going to do that because Brian Hussey is just coming forward and keeping the pressure on. And as the pressure's turned up, the ties will rally. Of course, the last time out, I think Brian Hussey was on one of Wayne Parr's CMT events, fighting with those little 4-ounce gloves. So tonight he's back with the 8-ounce gloves on, probably a little bit more comfortable with that.
Can Hussey weather the early get-go here from this very aggressive tie? Nutsack, as we said, fighting in southpaw. There's a few things that Hussey needs to do. Get his front foot on the outside. Use his right hand. Use more punching angles. Counter with his left hand.
Of course, also kicking with that right leg to the inside thigh against a southpaw fighter. Kick low and kick hard. Stop him coming forward.
Also wants to move to his left. Make Nutsack need to reach with his left hand, that being the power hand, so Hussey will be able to stay out of reach of that power hand. But at the moment, the tie's doing a good job. The tags with that left. Double jab. Nice teep, digging the balls of the feet into the midsection. And Hussey trying to power up now. Whipping a high left round kick from Nutsack, then goes to the inside lead thigh. The combination work of Nutsack is succulent to open up proceedings.
This is where Brian Hussey just needs to be careful not to be too one-dimensional in coming forward constantly all the time. And Nutsack is doing it quite easily on the back foot. Even though he's backing up, he's still racking up the points because it's predictable. That's just coming forward. And Nutsack just knowing that he's going to come into his range every time. He doesn't actually have to work for the shots because Brian Hussey's breaking range all the time and coming into that striking zone like that.
Nice T-pick again from Nutsack.
Need to be able to throw him back up and not always be the fighter coming forward. Sometimes you need to counter fight, use your angles, strike at angles.
He loaded up that teep kick, then faked another one, went for the round kick off the third attempt in Nutsack. Body shot, nicely done. Hussey just can't find his rhythm here in the first round because Nutsack is using the angles. Nice quarter turn off to his right there from the tie. They're not long-ranging techniques with the hands. They're short, they're inside, they're tight, and they're connecting. Body shot, right hook, leg kick. Combinations again from Nutsack.
So Nutsack just stepping out, always turning to his right, staying away from the right hand. Market experience there from the tie.
One round down